All right, we're going to go ahead and look at this review to help you prepare for your actual quiz. The quiz will be set up just like this, same types of questions, same directions, just different numbers on each of the questions. So if you understand these concepts, you should be all set for your quiz. We'll do the first 6 questions in our first video, and then we'll do the second 6 questions in a second video. All right, so the directions say find the greatest common factor, also known as the GCF, by listing the factors. So what we want to do is we want to take 24 and we want to list the factors. And what we do is we just start with 1 and work our way up. So 1 goes into 24 times. And then we think about 2. Does 2 go into 24? Yeah, that's 24 times 12. And for 24, you might not need it, but for other numbers, if you have trouble with your multiplying or finding the factors, you may use a calculator for this quiz. 3 times 8 equals 24. 4. So for 24, many of these first numbers work. 4 times 6 is 24. We can try 5, but 5 doesn't work. So we're actually finished. 4, and then we're up to 6. 6 times 4. So those are the factors of 24. Now let's think of the factors of 84. 1 times 84. 2 goes in 84 42 times. 84 divided by 2 is 42. 3 into 84. 3 does, I think, go into 84. So 3 into 84, 2. 3 into 24 is 8, so it goes in 28 times. 4 goes into 84. 21 times. And we're running out of room. I know you can't do this on your paper, but I can do it here. So I'm going to move this over so I have enough room to fit everything in here. 5 does not go into 84. 6 goes into 84, I believe, because 2 and 3 go in, so 6 goes into 84. We learned that in the divisibility rules. 1 times 6 is 6, 4, so that's 14. 7 goes into 84. I didn't realize how many. That goes in 12 times. 8 does not go into 84. 9, 10, 11, and 12, and we got back to 12, so we're finished. And we had to list the factors, but remember what we're doing, we're trying to find the greatest common factor. So we look across here and find the greatest common factor. So we could circle the common factors or highlight the common factors. Here's a 1 and a 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 6, and 6, 12, and 12. So it looks like 12 is our greatest common factor. So the GCF is 12. All right, same idea here, 42. Factors of 42, 1 and 42. 2 goes into 42 21 times. 3 goes into 42, I believe, 14 times. So we divide that, and we get 14. 4 doesn't go into 42, 5, 6. 6 goes into 42 7 times, and then we are finished there. 50. Now we do the factors of 50. 1 and 50. 2 times 25. 3 doesn't. 4, 5. Yep, 5 times 10. And I believe we're finished. That's the last one. 6, 7, 8, 9 don't go into 50. So there are the factors of 42 and 50. Looking for the greatest common factor. There's a 1 in common, a 2, And that's it. So 2 is our greatest common factor. All right, so that's what we do for listing. Makes it a little harder when there's lots of factors like there was in 84 and 24. All right, next group of questions. Find the GCF by using the prime factorization of each pair of numbers. So in these two, it gives us the prime factorization. And what we want to do is we just want to circle the common factors and then multiply those together. That was from lesson 3.4. So we're going to look across. There's a 2. There's no 2's in common, so no 2's in common. Here's a 5. 5 and 5 are in common. And then 7 and 7 are in common. So our answer is just going to be 5 times 7. And 5 times 7 is 35. All right. So it's nice and simple when you have the prime factorization. You circle the ones in common and then multiply them together. Next one, we have 16, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And 36 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. You can circle here. We got some 2's in common, another 2 in common. This one no longer in common. There's no other 2's. And that's it. So our answer is going to be 2 times 2, which is 4. So the greatest common factor is just 4. And now 5 and 6, we need to find the prime factorization, and then once we do that, we'll do it kind of like 3 and 4. So it's kind of a step more than numbers 3 and 4 because we have to find the prime factorization. So 80 we can think of as 8 times 10. 8 is 4 times 2, and then 4 is 2 times 2, and then 10 is 2 times 5. So our prime factorization of 80, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 2's, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we had this 5 here. And now 42. 42 we know is 6 times 7, and then 6 is 2 times 3. And so for 42, the prime factorization is 2 times 3 times 7. Now looking for our common ones, there's a 2 in common, and that's it. So actually our greatest common factor of 80 and 42 is just 2. Now let's look at this last one for the greatest common factor is 99. That is 9 times 11, and 9 is 3 times 3. So the factors of 99 are 3, 3, and 11. And then 66. That's 6 times 11. But 6 is just 2 times 3. And those are the prime factors. So we have 66 is 2 times 3 times 11. We have 3 and 3 are a common factor, and 11 and 11. So our GCF is 3 times 11, which is 33. So that's the first part of the quiz, finding the greatest common factor.